Hello everyone, welcome to another video here on Roske TV. The 2026 FIFA World Cup is officially underway, and what a first match it was between Mexico and South Africa. Big credit to Mexico for capitalizing on what was I think more of negative tactics from the South African manager, the Bafana manager Hugo Bros, who didn't really use or go for the way South Africa really plays, and Mexico was on top of that last night. It was really interesting to see because we know South Africa have the capability of attacking in that game and actually holding possession. That is their nature. So Mexico really had to capitalize because they saw the tactic. It was discouraging for South African fans because they knew that their team was capable of actually coming out with a result in that game, but unfortunately it wasn't meant to be because South Africa really they came into that game looking to defend more when we know that their strength is actually holding position and actually coming to the team. That's how they've been able to come up with a lot of results recently, and being able to qualify for the FIFA World Cup. But Mexico being at home in Mexico City, it was a bit tough for a team to come there and actually hold their ground, especially when Mexico has so much talent. I think we can all agree that most of the people weren't actually familiar with the Mexico squad, but I think they proved us wrong. They had some really nice talent, some players who were really buried within their teams in Saudi Arabia, the likes of Quiñones, the likes of the one we already know, the Gutierrez, the Gonzalez in that squad, the Chavez in that squad. It was really interesting to see. And from a Mexico point of view, I think they really enjoyed that game. They can really call that maybe one of their best games ever in the FIFA World Cup tournament. Looking at South Africa's side, it's really discouraging. It was really discouraging for South African fans that they saw two red cards, Sitole receiving that one and Themba Zwane actually getting that red card. It was really disappointing to see because we all know those are really important players, and the manager is going to have to come up with another solution to actually cover up those two missing players. Coming into that game, to be honest with you, I think Hugo Bros really went the opposite direction of South Africa, didn't he? Just to look at a few things, we know that the South Africa squad is mainly dominated by Mamelodi Sundowns players and Orlando Pirates players. And if you know, and if you have seen these teams in their respective league, in the respective league, you will see that they mainly look and they mainly focus on an attacking approach. They dominate possession. They are really dominant. So putting them in a defensive fashion, it's really going against what they're really good at. So I really discredited Hugo Bros in that match for choosing that sort of tactic, as it would have been really difficult for them to actually carry out this game. We know the likes of the attacking players we didn't actually see yesterday, in case in the names of Moremi, Apolisi, and Leleboge Mofokeng. These players really know how to attack, but they were all unavailable in this match. I don't know how he planned to attack in this game, because this is a game to win. In the FIFA World Cup, you only get 3 matches to prove yourself. The rest is just free flowing, and you can do whatever you need to do at the end. But in this group stage, you have to be very careful because they are very fragile. If you lose one game, you are very far behind, and with the teams that they are stacked in with, it's going to be tough for them to actually come back this one, which brings the big question: can they come back from this from this defeat? It's going to be up to Hugo Bros. I think he's going to have to come up with an attacking or a balanced formation and a balanced style of play to approach the game. To approach the game between South Korea and Czech Republic, because these teams are really good, and they know they're doing. Well, speaking on Mexico's point of view, I think we can all agree that they were great in all angles. They even missed a lot of chances yesterday. Seeing those woodwork. I think Quinones hit the woodwork sometime in the first half. There was a great chance. Fortunately for South Africa, Williams is very experienced. He saved a wonderful opportunity from Mexico. Also looking at some big opportunities, South Africa was just everywhere. Bafana. They did try to attack at the end of the match, but unfortunately it wasn't meant to be. Another talking point is the fact that the Mexico manager really made sure that he brought in that youngster, Gilberto Mora, who is the youngest player in the 2026 FIFA World Cup, and also the youngest player to ever appear in a Mexico shirt at a FIFA World Cup. I think it's a lot of credit to them. In the other match, of course, Group A, it was South Korea versus Czech Republic, where Hwang In-boim and Oh Hyun-gyu had a great comeback after Krejci scored in the 56th minute for Czech Republic. These two were at each other yesterday. I think it was more of Czech Republic actually underestimating South Korea coming into this match, and they definitely paid for that underestimation because Son's men came to play in this game, which goes to show just how you have to be serious to actually win in this tournament. And credit to South Korea, who are really brilliant, disciplined, and ready to play for that match. I think coming from these first two matches, this is going to be a really interesting tournament. So we'll definitely see how it goes. But a big credit to South Korea, because I've been looking at some really crazy predictions, even from the likes of our AI partners that we usually use. People are actually putting Korea at the bottom. They're putting South Korea at maybe the third position as the best losers, but they already have 3 points now. It's going to be really tricky now to determine who is going to be top, who's going to be second, and who's going to be last in this tournament. So ready to see that one. To be honest, really, it's not really over for Czech Republic. They still have a chance facing South Africa and Mexico. They can actually come up with results in those games, which is a very big mixture in this group. I think it's a very interesting group to look at. Not really the best of our groups, but it's really interesting to see some of the teams actually balancing it out, winning each other against each other. It's going to be really interesting to see. Still to come, of course, Canada versus Bosnia-Herzegovina, Qatar and also Switzerland, one of the better teams in this tournament. It's going to be lovely to see these matches. Canada is facing Bosnia at 9 p.m. Central African time. The other match will be played the other day, as it has been going. You'll be following the matches here on Roske TV. Side note from this group A. It's very important to know that the whole nation is counting on these players, and having gone through all the players in the nation, these are the players that are really ready to represent their side. So you shouldn't underestimate anybody if you really want to make it through this tournament. It's going to be very interesting to see. Thank you for watching Roske here on Roske TV. Subscribe for more and hit that like button. Hit the notification if you want to see more videos. We're going to be making more videos each and every group, each and every match day throughout this tournament on to the final. It's going to be really interesting.